Here comes the Broken Hearted here on Wixie 1260. Broadcasting live here at the Ghoulardifest. Gary Winter, Lisa Jordan in the house.
We just saw Tim Conway. What an absolute amazing man.
Oh
Loved
my
him.
goodness gracious, that is great stuff.
A lot of fun.
Well, we have more great stuff here, and we have more. We have another local television broadcast icon in with us.
One of my favorite weathermen ever.
The gold
Every man
standard
I
of weather
ever
people.
listened to. So
The gold. Dick Goddard is joining us.
it is
Mr.
so
Goddard.
nice to have you, Dick
Yes.
Goddard.
I knew you were coming apart, so I wanted to join you. Anyway, a little weather humor there. But anyway, thanks for having me on. I've been doing this for a while, 52 years on the tube.
Dick, okay, listen. We had Tim Taylor in here a little while ago.
He's out of jail?
He is.
Oh.
Yes. He got out about...
Beloved Brillohead, I used to...
He's on a furlough program.
Right, they let him out about 11 o'clock this afternoon, but I think he has witness protection. Okay?
Oh, he should have.
But he has told us a ton of stories about you. Now, it's your turn. We're going to let you flip-flop. You got to tell us some things. Should we tell him what he told us about?
Yeah, I want to hear
okay.
about
Oh, yeah, we got
It's
to...
about the day that you brought cats into the studio to give away, and they got loose.
Yeah.
And he's ready to go on the air.
They're climbing up
and
the
they're
curtain.
climbing up him, his leg, and Robin Swoboda.
And he's trying to do this news story. He's got cats crawling up his leg.
Oh, yeah, what
Okay.
a pro.
So did he ever do a turnabout? Did he ever get you back? I mean, because I seem to think he would be the kind that could.
Oh, yeah, what a good guy. He really is. A great sense of humor, but he's an anchor man.
Exactly.
I call him the poor man's Walter Cronkite. You don't remember Walter Cronkite?
Oh, I certainly do
yes, we
remember
do.
Walter Cronkite. Yes.
We talked about him
And
during the
Dorothy
interview.
Fulltime, but
Oh, Big Red, yeah.
Yes.
What a nice lady. I had a roast for Dorothy, and she could swear with the best of them. I loved her. Dorothy
I
Fulltime.
got it. No, I'm just kidding.
Big Red, is that how?
Well, I love Dorothy, so that was
who
kind of the
wouldn't?
reason I wanted to be in broadcasting with Dorothy. I watched her faithfully.
They
as
told
a
me
kid.
at Channel 5 they paid her off in gladiolas or some flower.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Back in the
that
day,
makes
that was
sense.
probably her. Yes.
That makes sense.
yeah, right. But no, I've been so lucky that people have tolerated my weather guessing for 52 years. How about that?
That is amazing. It's amazing, and you're
you're-
accurate.
You're a better guesser than most people because your forecasts seem to turn out the way it is.
Well, I try to. The forecasts are always good. It's the weather that
They were
seems to
just
differ
listening to
occasionally.
you.
But I don't brag about we're the most accurate or stuff like that. What a bunch of taurine excrement that is. But weather is an estimate of probability. It'll never be any more than that. I mean, we're more accurate. When I was in the Air Force in the 50s, Weather Bureau in the 60s, and the pilots who flew then will tell you the weather forecasts are much more accurate. But anyway, we blow a few. We've got to. If you want to be a great weather forecaster, don't come to Cleveland, Ohio. I would go to Yuma, Arizona.
Yeah,
Nothing ever happens.
Things never change. Yeah, exactly. Did you want to always do this? Is this something that
No.
you always wanted to do? What did you want to do?
Well, here are my cartoons. This is the latest Woolly Bear I drew,
Okay.
and I draw a new one every year. I wanted to be a cartoonist growing up, and my mom saved a drawing of Donald Duck when I was about 5 years old. It's a pretty good Donald Duck. I wanted to join Disney. I even had a chance after I graduated from Kent with a Bachelor of Fine Arts. Sent stuff out to Disney at Anaheim, and they wrote back, and if I could only find that letter, they said, yeah, come on, we'll like to talk to you. Well, that was, about 7 years ago, so I don't think the offer is still there. But I love the cartoon.
So how did you get into weather then? What led you that way?
The Air Force. Here comes the Korean War, the first of three wars that never should have been fought, as we now in retrospect realize that. But anyway, I was in the military, I was Air Force, and I am totally passive. I got my degree from Kent and figured I'd get into an art studio somewhere out of nowhere. I got a call from Channel 3 because we did radio broadcasts out of the Akron-Canton Weather Bureau office. They called me and said, do you want to try TV? I said, I can't do that. And I auditioned, and I thought I was so bad they'd never offer me a job, and I was ready to call Channel 3, KYW, and say, well, let's forget about it. And they called one day and said, you're it. I said, wow. And we're going to sign you to a 13-week contract. That's how sure they were I'd stick around. And that was
13 weeks.
52 years ago.
Exactly. You have a love for animals that I don't think I've ever seen anybody have the love for animals that you do. And you have promoted this taking care of animals, be kind to animals. I don't know, did you grow up with animals? What
Yeah.
led you to this?
I had the greatest parents in the world, and they were very kind to their animals on our little farm south of Green now. It was Greensburg then, but I grew up, and by osmosis, I grew to appreciate the four-footed and the feathered friends, and I've carried that through. We're hoping to get a law passed now. They've named it Goddard's Law. I don't care what they call the thing. We just need to get an upgrade on the penalty for companion animal abuse in Ohio. We are 46th among all the states as far as the penalty for abusing companion animals. We had to exclude the farm vote because 7 times they have said you can't do that. So we said, okay, farmers, be good to your animals. This is going to be aimed at companion animals, and I hope we can get it passed.
Okay.
Well, good.
It's a worthy cause, and
Absolutely.
we are very, very much in favor of treating the animals well, and we appreciate what you do for those furry friends of ours. Thank you so much for that.
It's worked out very well. It seems as though you are the face of animal rights in a positive way, at least in our area. And the law that Goddard's Law, as it's been called, does it give you some sense of satisfaction to know that you are making a difference?
Well, I don't care again if they use my name. They could call it Isaac Newton's Law of Gravity as far as I'm concerned, but we've got to up the penalty for companion animal abuse. And it's up to the judges, once somebody has been found guilty of that, to pass judgment. And if we could get it into a felony category, that would be wonderful. That may be difficult, but we're going to up the penalty for animal abuse in Ohio.
Exactly right. We appreciate that again, and that's exactly right. That's the way it should go down. So let's hope that does come through.
I'd like to talk about your broadcast career now, especially your start in radio. A couple of years ago, as it were. What was that like?
Well, it was. We thought we were big deals down at the Akron Canton Weather Bureau because, hey, we were on radio. WHBC in Canton, WADC in Akron, and anyway, that's how I fell into the job of television. Only because the general manager at Channel 3 at the time, KYW, heard me do a broadcast, and it evidently sounded like I had some idea about weather, because back in the 50s you only had 3 networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC, and on the local stations, Channel 3 and 5, one would have a comedian, the other one would have a lady, well endowed, I might point out, on television. That always helped. And another one, there was a magician on another channel, so I was the first guy who actually knew what an isobar was that was on television.
Okay. Now, has it amazed you that while you've endured all these years on TV and you've seen other weather forecasters come and go? I mean, there's a whole list of them, but yet you remain. Does that amaze you?
It truly does. I always think how incredibly fortuitous that event when I first got on the air would be, and I figured 13 weeks will probably do it. And I love spoonerisms. I began with a spoonerism about croaking frogs. It came out croaking crocs, but it could have been could have been a lot worse than that. I love those things that. Have you ever had? What's your best spoonerism? Never, huh?
No.
No.
Gary's overmatched here.
Right, yeah. Oh, look at the lady with blue hair.
Yeah, that's little Marge Simpson there going in. Hi, guys. How are you? Nice to see you today. Okay, Dick. Woolly Bear, the Woolly Bear Festival. Tell us about it. How did it get started? What is that all about? I know it's been going for a long time. Yeah,
we had number 41 in Vermilion earlier this month, and we still had about 100,000 people. A threat of rain all day. It never happened. But anyway, I went with my daughter and my lady friend at the time, and we were down in Hinckley at the frog jump competition. Coming back, I told my then 10-year-old daughter, why don't we do a Woolly Bear Caterpillar Festival? We'll race caterpillars. And if you want to watch paint dry, that's the way it works sometimes. But anyway, she said, why not? And with Neil Zerker's help, I said, you got to find 3 lady screwballs out there who are willing to do a worm festival. And we are the first in the country. Now there are about a half a dozen woolly bear or woolly worm festivals around the country. We make money for animals, and it has really taken off. To get 100,000 people in Vermilion, as we do every fall, is truly incredible. They make a lot of money for animals and the volunteer groups in Vermilion, and that's another thing that I'm kind of proud of, having gotten it started. But Big Chuck, Little John are out there every year, and a lot of people from television show up for the woolly bear. And this year now I'm going to, well, I mentioned the other night, the woolly bear indicates it's going to get colder and it's going to snow. So you've got an exclusive.
Snow. No.
I hate winter.
We love you anyway.
We all keep staying here, Dick. That's the thing. We're all
and that's it.
Northeast Ohio people.
Even when you leave the area or even go on vacation, it's like I need Goddard's forecast. I got to have Goddard's forecast.
Are you going to write any more books?
No, I just finished one, and I'm writing another one that'll come out about Mother's Day, based totally on animals. And as you see, my woolly bear decal that I created this year with Joe Wood of our art department, it says, "Be kind to all animals," and that's my goal in life. Be good to the four-foots, the feathered flock, and we speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. That's why I am doing what I'm doing, and I need the support of everybody to up the penalty for companion animal abuse in the state of Ohio.
We're behind you here. We're Wixie 1260 for absolutely, for sure. I want to talk about another thing that you've done so many things in your broadcast career. Talk about your experience with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I was a statistician for 43 years. I think I got out just in time.
So it seems.
I'll tell you, I'm so old. I saw the first Browns game. You probably weren't there. August of 1946.
Yep.
At the Rubber Bowl in Akron, they, for 20 years, opened the season, preseason at the Rubber Bowl, and so I still have my mom may have ditched them, but I have the tickets from that first Browns game in 1946.
My goodness.
And Otto Graham couldn't take him in. They left it up to Cliff Lewis, his backup, and he took him in for a touchdown against the Brooklyn football Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
I do. I was schooled on that by my father.
I was going to say,
we had the old programs in their first ever game, the Miami Seahawks and all those teams, and
there was their opener.
The Los Angeles Dons and the Brooklyn Dodgers, as you mentioned, and all those old teams in the All-American Football Conference. But that was so it could be argued that you've seen probably more Browns games than anyone else.
Oh, I probably have, and I was a football nut in high school, Green High now. I was a tailback in a single wing. That's how long ago I played football. But no, I love all sports. If the ball's moving, I'll watch it.
You and me both.
Until it stops.
And it's hard to be a fan in this town, as we all know.
Yeah, but we are diehards, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
Dick, we have a gentleman here, Gary Lee, and he has written a song for you. And
I asked him if he knew the Woolly Bear song.
Oh, okay.
Woolly Bear,
Oh, here we go.
Woolly Bear, let's all go to the festival. Take it.
All right, just a minute.
All right. Hank.
I don't
Is he
know.
good?
Where's Sam? I don't know. I don't know where to plug in.
We're working on some things technically.
Are you guys here tomorrow?
This place and our booth is just jammed to the rafters. We've got so many people here. We got folks outside taking pictures. We've got like 85 people here in our little studio annex, as it were, and we're all trying to like maneuver and not run into and run over each and every person. We have Ray King out here taking video of us, so you get to see all this craziness online.
Okay, here's a brand new song. It's not my own melody.
New song, okay.
I'm making this up for you. Here we go.
All right,
Here we go.
Gary Lee, folks.
Woolly bear, oh my little woolly bear,
I think that's been taken.
will be true to you. We love to have you round, all off the ground. There's even a festival that we give to you. Dick Goddard will be there with his different colored hair. But he'll be there everywhere. They're just for you. Everybody sing.
Woolly bear, oh my little woolly bear.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Will
Oh, boy.
be
True to you. Oh boy, thank you. That was terrific.
A fitting tribute to a broadcasting legend. Oh, great stuff.
Dick, you have a ton of people out here that I think are dying to meet you, so we're going to let you go.
I'll be down there. I'm selling T-shirts and stuff for the animals. It'll be on the right wall as you go down there.
Exactly. So
Definitely.
you guys, he's going to be down at his table. He's got a ton of stuff. We've been with him down at the table, and trust me, you want to talk to this man. He is an icon and a living legend here in the Cleveland area.
Dick Goddard, thanks so much for joining us.
So much.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're going to be here tomorrow?
We are.
Oh, yeah. We'll see 1260 online here today and tomorrow. We're here till 7 tonight, till 11 to 4 tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And we're going to let Dick go sign some autographs. And right now, some more music. It's the Monkees. I'm a Believer here on Wixie.